Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Feels like the last time we were talking about a Bellator fight, and here we are talking about PFL.
Yeah, bouncing around a little bit.
Yeah, so how did that come about? How did you kind of transition from that promotion to PFL?
Well, Bellator wasn't putting on as many shows this year, and I noticed they obviously didn't offer me a resign, and I seen that was the theme with quite a few fighters. But I don't know. I pursued the UFC and thought about that route, but I don't know. I just kind of thought I need to check out this PFL thing, and so had my manager, see if they'd be interested, and they were, and tossed me into the Challenger Series.
That's awesome. So you kind of went to them and said, "Hey, I want a chance at this $1 million."
Yeah, and I'm just kind of over cutting weight. It's been hindering my performance, and I've been doing it off and on for over 15 years. And I'm 31 now. I'm just kind of over it. I think I'm getting a little older. I'm like, I'll just fight whoever. I'm past that.
Do you think there's more fighters that maybe should be fighting at different weight classes than they're fighting? Do you see that
uh,
trend?
Potentially, yeah. I see some guys that maybe cut too much weight, but I obviously just kind of view it of how you're built. I have friends, and I'm one of those guys too that in order to run, like I have pretty dense, heavy bones. In order to operate this vehicle, I got to have a set amount of muscle. And when I cut to 185, I don't have that muscle, and I go and try to perform like I'm a big 205er, and the muscle just isn't there. Some of the positions I'm not as strong, I'm not as confident. But at 205, I'll have to cut 10 pounds. I'll be able to walk in feeling pretty good and not put my body through any of that stress.
So do you kind of feel like this is maybe like a little bit of a fresh start, like a whole new career? A little bit like,
A little bit, yeah. I've never competed without cutting weight. I mean, in high school, obviously, I played football and didn't have to cut weight, but I've wrestled since I was, a boy, and it's carried on since about 15. I was close to about 200 pounds. I wrestled 189, and obviously, I grew from then on. So I've been cutting weight since I was a kid, and it's stupid. It's not good for you. But like I said, I do believe in fasting. I do believe in going without food and testing your body. But I don't think you need to do that before an MMA fight. The sport is tough enough in itself. So you have to work your ass off just to make weight, and then you got to go fight. For me, I think it's just a better route to just step in there with whoever and get my best performance at my actual weight.
so you're kind of going to be a little bit of a guinea pig because you're going to be in the first Challenger Series and the first episode of the Challenger Series. So you don't really know what to expect. I mean, what are you thinking is going to be what it's going to be like?
I have no idea. I've read a little bit of what they revealed to us on some of the emails and posts they made, but it's just going to be different. I guess they obviously have actual judges judging the events. I believe I was told there'll be like celebrities there that are going to have something to do with who's going to get a contract or who's going to get into the $1 million tournament. I don't know how that's all going to play out, but I know that I come in with a smile on my face, and I'm pretty dangerous, so I should be a liked guy. But I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely a little guinea pig thing. We're checking it out. It's kind of cool because I've noticed, I think, with there not being a middleweight class in the PFL right now, there's going to be a lot of 85ers that are like, oh, hey, I want to go try to make $1 million at 205. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah, and you touched on the celebrity aspect. I think when it was first announced, fans were like, "Oh my God, celebrities are going to be judging the fights," and we all know now that's not the case. They're just going to be part of the judging to see who gets a contract. Does that kind of add a little bit of like apprehension of like, you have, I mean, obviously you have the professional judges doing the fight, so there, you've got that, but you've got somebody, a celebrity, from football who's judging whether you should get a contract or not. Is that something that kind of worries you a little bit?
I mean, I could see how it could worry somebody, but I mean, I guess you're looking at it from a business perspective. They value these people's opinions, and they value what they think may happen with this person's career, what they could potentially be for the business. So I totally get that. But honestly, you can't deny an outstanding performance. So I'm just going to go out and do my best. And most people seem to like me, even though I'm a hairy, funny-looking guy.
Yeah, you do. You are a fan favorite, that's for sure. Um, what about the fact that Mike Tyson might be there? He might be judging you as well. Like, is that kind of like exciting, or were you ever a fan of his?
I'm always a fan of Tyson. Still am. He's just interesting to see on TV, and all of the stuff he's got going on is cool. But yeah, I think it'd be great for Tyson to be there. I mean, at times when I sit down and throw punches, that's who I'm trying to throw. Like, I'm trying to body you like Tyson does. But hopefully I come out, have a good performance, and hopefully I'm liked.
And what do you know about your opponent?
Alexander Popik, he likes to, I believe he's a Muay Thai kickboxer. My coach knows who he is. My coach was training in Thailand and ran a gym in Thailand, so we know who he is. He's probably going to come out kickbox. From his fights I've seen, he doesn't seem like he wants to grapple a lot, so we'll see if we end up there. I don't think he'll like that much. But
And what's your prediction for the fight?
I'm going to try to be a little more intelligent. I came out with some of my fights and just kind of go guns blazing sometimes, and I do have that at 205 when I have all my cardio, no weight cut. But I think being intelligent and respecting my opponents, everybody, there's a reason they're here, so coming out and being intelligent and not just running in there, bang, 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 bang.
And I guess my last question for you, there's a chance that you will be seen by a whole new group of fans that maybe haven't watched Bellator, maybe people who are just PFL fans. What would you say to them about what kind of fighter you are?
I just am like a blue collar, old school guy, trapped in this modern world, and I just like to throw heavy hands. I got big old knuckles and thickum legs, so hopefully they get to see a finisher. That's what I aspire to be, is a guy who comes out and puts people away, and that's what I'm planning on doing.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Amy. It's good talking to you. It's been a while.
You too. I know. Hopefully I'll get out there for one of those. I don't know if I'll get to yours, but hopefully I'll get out and see. When you debut in PFL tournament, I'll be there.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
Take care.
Have a good day. Bye.
You too. Bye.